The global economy is experiencing significant transformation due to rapid technological advancements. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and cloud computing are reshaping business operations. Companies that embrace digital transformation often achieve greater efficiency, customer satisfaction, and long-term growth. However, the shift also brings challenges, including cybersecurity risks, job displacement, and regulatory compliance. Governments are working to establish guidelines that balance innovation with security. For individuals, adapting to these changes requires continuous learning and the development of new skills. Climate change continues to be one of the most pressing challenges of our time. Rising global temperatures, melting ice caps, and extreme weather events pose serious threats to ecosystems and communities. Scientists emphasize the urgent need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by transitioning to renewable energy sources and adopting sustainable practices. International cooperation is vital, as no single country can solve this issue alone. Public awareness campaigns encourage individuals to make eco-friendly choices in daily life, such as reducing waste and conserving water. The future of the planet depends on the collective efforts of governments, organizations, and citizens. Education is a cornerstone of social and economic development. Access to quality learning opportunities allows individuals to build skills, pursue careers, and contribute positively to their communities. The integration of digital platforms has made education more flexible and accessible, especially for those in remote areas. However, inequalities in access to devices, reliable internet, and trained teachers continue to create gaps. Addressing these disparities requires investment in infrastructure, curriculum development, and teacher training. A strong education system ensures that future generations are prepared to meet the challenges of a rapidly changing world. The healthcare industry is undergoing transformation through technological innovation. Telemedicine platforms allow patients to connect with doctors remotely, while wearable devices track vital signs and provide real-time data. Artificial intelligence is being used to diagnose illnesses, predict health risks, and recommend treatment options. However, issues such as data privacy, cybersecurity, and access inequalities remain ongoing challenges. Policymakers must ensure that innovations improve outcomes without compromising patient safety. Investments in healthcare research, staff training, and infrastructure are crucial for creating a more resilient and equitable system. Tourism plays a vital role in generating income, creating jobs, and promoting cultural exchange. Popular destinations attract millions of visitors each year, boosting local businesses and supporting employment. However, over-tourism can lead to environmental degradation, strain infrastructure, and disrupt community life. Sustainable tourism initiatives encourage eco-friendly practices, responsible travel, and respect for local traditions. Governments are implementing policies to limit tourist numbers, invest in preservation, and promote off-season travel. Balancing economic benefits with environmental responsibility ensures that destinations remain attractive and sustainable for generations to come. The digital revolution has changed how businesses interact with customers. Social media platforms provide opportunities for targeted marketing, brand building, and real-time engagement. E-commerce has made shopping more convenient, offering a wide range of products with just a few clicks. However, cybersecurity threats, data privacy issues, and intense competition remain significant challenges for companies. Businesses must invest in secure systems, ethical practices, and customer trust. The ability to adapt quickly to digital trends often determines a company's long-term success. Agriculture remains the backbone of food security worldwide. Farmers are adopting precision farming methods that use GPS, sensors, and data analytics to optimize crop yields and irrigation. Climate change, however, is creating unpredictable weather patterns, pests, and soil degradation that threaten agricultural stability. Governments are providing subsidies, training programs, and research funding to promote sustainable farming practices. Consumers are also becoming more aware of the importance of organic products and reduced chemicals. Strengthening agriculture ensures not only food availability but also the livelihoods of millions of rural communities. Innovation is the driving force behind scientific progress. Breakthroughs in fields like biotechnology, renewable energy, and space exploration expand human knowledge and create new opportunities. Research requires funding, collaboration, and access to advanced facilities. Universities, governments, and private companies often work together to accelerate discoveries. However, ethical concerns, resource constraints, and global inequalities can limit the benefits of science. Ensuring that discoveries are applied responsibly is essential for promoting long-term progress and sustainability. The financial industry is rapidly evolving with the adoption of digital technologies such as mobile banking, online payments, and cryptocurrency. These innovations make transactions faster, more secure, and widely accessible. At the same time, financial institutions face increasing risks from cyber attacks, fraud, and scams. Regulatory bodies are working to create policies that encourage innovation while protecting consumers. Public financial literacy programs can empower individuals to make informed decisions about savings, investments, and credit. A strong financial system is crucial for supporting economic growth, stability, and prosperity. Cultural diversity enriches societies by fostering creativity, understanding, and innovation. Communities that embrace diversity often experience stronger collaboration and harmony. Festivals, art, and cultural programs provide opportunities for people to share traditions and values. However, cultural differences can also create misunderstandings and conflict. Promoting inclusivity through education, open dialogue, and supportive policies helps overcome these barriers. By celebrating diversity, societies strengthen unity, build resilience, and create opportunities for global cooperation. Urbanization is reshaping the way people live, work, and interact. Cities offer opportunities for employment, education, and healthcare, attracting millions each year. However, rapid population growth can overwhelm infrastructure, leading to traffic congestion, inadequate housing, and poor waste management. Sustainable urban planning focuses on efficient public transport, green spaces, and renewable energy solutions. Governments and city planners must involve communities in decision-making to ensure that development meets local needs. Striking a balance between economic growth and environmental responsibility is essential for creating livable, inclusive, and sustainable cities for the future. The importance of mental health has gained more recognition in recent years. Stress, anxiety, and depression affect millions of people, impacting both personal well-being and workplace productivity. Employers are introducing wellness programs, flexible schedules, and counseling services to support employees' needs. Schools also play a role by teaching coping strategies and encouraging open discussions. Public awareness campaigns help reduce stigma and promote early intervention. Prioritizing mental health is crucial for building resilient individuals, strong communities, and a healthier workforce. The digital age has revolutionized the way information is created and shared. Social media platforms allow anyone to publish instantly, which has expanded freedom of expression but also increased the spread of misinformation. Fact-checking organizations and responsible journalism are vital to ensure the accuracy of news. Governments must balance free speech with the need to regulate harmful content. Citizens play a role by developing media literacy skills and verifying sources before sharing. Combating misinformation requires cooperation among platforms, policymakers, and communities. The transportation sector is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Transitioning to electric vehicles, expanding public transport, and adopting alternative fuels are essential to reduce pollution. Governments are introducing policies such as subsidies, stricter emission standards, and infrastructure investment to accelerate the shift. Consumers are also playing a role by choosing eco-friendly transport options and supporting green initiatives. Technological innovations in battery storage and smart grids will further enhance efficiency and reliability. Achieving sustainable transport will require collaboration between governments, industries, and citizens. The global food system must adapt to feed a growing population. Population increases, climate change, and limited natural resources are pressuring food production. Farmers are adopting sustainable techniques such as crop rotation, organic farming, and efficient irrigation. Food technology innovations, including lab-grown meat and plant-based proteins, are offering alternatives to traditional products. Reducing food waste through better storage, packaging, and consumer awareness can also improve efficiency. Ensuring food security requires cooperation between governments, businesses, and communities to achieve a safe, affordable, and sustainable food supply. The role of leadership in modern organizations goes beyond directing tasks. It involves inspiring trust, encouraging collaboration, and guiding teams toward shared goals. Effective leaders demonstrate empathy, integrity, and strong communication skills. They adapt quickly to change and provide support during challenges. Leadership training programs help individuals develop communication, decision-making, and conflict resolution abilities. Encouraging diversity and inclusion within leadership fosters creativity and better solutions. Ultimately, strong leadership contributes to organizational stability, employee satisfaction, and long-term success. The entertainment industry continues to evolve with advances in digital technology. Streaming services have changed viewing habits, offering on-demand content and personalized recommendations. Video games and esports have grown into billion-dollar industries, attracting global audiences. However, concerns about screen addiction, online harassment, and copyright infringement remain ongoing issues. Regulations, parental guidance, and industry responsibility are necessary to address these challenges. Despite challenges, entertainment remains a powerful tool for education, cultural exchange, and global connection. The scientific community plays a key role in addressing pressing global challenges. Research in medicine, renewable energy, and space exploration drives innovation and expands human knowledge. Collaboration across countries allows scientists to share data, pool resources, and accelerate discovery. However, funding shortages, political tensions, and ethical dilemmas can hinder scientific progress. Encouraging young people to pursue careers in science through scholarships, outreach programs, and education initiatives is essential for future progress. Science must remain open, collaborative, and guided by ethical principles. Cultural heritage is a valuable resource that connects people to their history and identity. Preserving historic sites, languages, and traditions strengthens community pride and promotes mutual respect. However, modernization, urbanization, and neglect can threaten cultural survival. Governments and NGOs support preservation through restoration projects, awareness campaigns, and legal protections. Tourism also plays a role by generating revenue, though it must be managed to prevent damage. Protecting cultural heritage ensures that future generations can appreciate and learn from the wisdom of the past. The digital economy is fueled by innovation, connectivity, and data. E-commerce platforms, cloud services, and mobile apps have transformed the way businesses and consumers interact. Companies use data analytics to personalize services, predict trends, and improve efficiency. However, cybersecurity threats, privacy concerns, and regulatory challenges create ongoing risks. Building trust through transparency, secure systems, and ethical practices is essential for long-term growth. The digital economy will continue to grow as technology advances, shaping the future of work, trade, and society. The financial sector is central to global stability, providing services that allow individuals and businesses to borrow, invest, and save. Recent innovations like mobile banking and digital wallets have increased accessibility, enabling more people to participate in the economy. However, cybercrime and fraud continue to threaten financial security. Regulators are working to strengthen policies while encouraging innovation in areas such as blockchain and fintech. Promoting financial literacy ensures that people can make informed choices about savings, investments, and credit. The sports industry has grown into a multi-billion-dollar sector, supported by ticket sales, broadcasting rights, and sponsorship deals. Major tournaments such as the Olympics and World Cup unite nations through competition and cultural exchange. Athletes dedicate years of training to achieve peak performance, often becoming role models for younger generations. However, issues such as doping, corruption, and unequal opportunities present ongoing challenges. Ensuring fair play and inclusivity will be key to the industry's long-term success. The telecommunications industry connects people worldwide through voice, data, and internet services. The rollout of 5G promises faster speeds, lower latency, and greater capacity for smart devices. This will support advances in self-driving cars, remote surgeries, and advanced applications. However, building and maintaining telecom infrastructure requires heavy investment and cooperation among governments and private companies. Cybersecurity is another concern, as more connected devices create potential vulnerabilities. A robust telecommunications system is essential for economic development, innovation, and social progress. The film industry is both an artistic medium and a commercial business. Advances in computer-generated imagery, virtual production, and streaming platforms have transformed how films are made and consumed. International film festivals promote cultural exchange, giving audiences access to diverse perspectives. However, the industry also faces challenges such as piracy, high production costs, and changing consumer preferences. Supporting independent filmmakers, promoting fair copyright laws, and encouraging innovation will help maintain the industry's vitality. Ultimately, film continues to inspire, educate, and entertain audiences across the world. The renewable energy sector is expanding as countries seek to reduce their dependence on fossil fuels. Solar, wind, and hydropower are becoming more efficient and affordable, offering alternatives for clean electricity. Energy storage solutions are vital to balance fluctuating supply and demand. Governments provide subsidies and tax incentives to promote renewable projects, while research institutions continue to improve technology. Public awareness campaigns encourage individuals to adopt energy-efficient practices. The global shift to renewable energy is essential for combating climate change and ensuring a sustainable future. The healthcare workforce is the backbone of any medical system. Doctors, nurses, and support staff provide essential care to patients in hospitals, clinics, and communities. However, shortages of trained professionals create challenges, especially in rural or underserved regions. Training programs, scholarships, and incentives are necessary to attract more people into the healthcare profession. Technology, such as telemedicine and AI, can assist but cannot replace the need for skilled professionals. Investing in healthcare workers is essential for improving patient outcomes and strengthening national health. The retail industry is rapidly changing as consumers demand greater choice and convenience. Online platforms provide access to global products, while brick-and-mortar stores focus on personalized service. Data analytics and artificial intelligence help businesses predict consumer behavior and tailor offers. However, challenges such as cybersecurity risks, supply chain disruptions, and intense competition remain. Companies that balance innovation with sustainability by adopting eco-friendly packaging and reducing waste are likely to succeed. The future of retail will be shaped by adaptability, customer loyalty, and technological advancement. The shipping industry is a vital link in international trade, transporting goods across oceans and continents. Container ships carry everything from raw materials to finished products. However, the sector also contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions. To address this, companies are adopting cleaner fuels, improving vessel design, and using efficient navigation systems. International organizations regulate safety standards, working conditions, and environmental compliance. A sustainable shipping industry ensures economic growth while protecting marine ecosystems. Cultural diversity enriches societies by encouraging creativity, dialogue, and cooperation. Communities benefit when people of different backgrounds share perspectives, traditions, and ideas. Festivals, education, and public programs promote inclusion and reduce stereotypes. However, integration challenges can arise when prejudice or discrimination limits opportunities for minorities. Governments and organizations must support inclusivity through policies, awareness campaigns, and community programs. Embracing diversity strengthens unity, innovation, and long-term social harmony. The digital economy is reshaping how businesses operate and consumers shop. E-commerce platforms, mobile apps, and cloud services provide new opportunities for growth and expansion. Companies rely on big data analytics to predict trends, personalize services, and increase efficiency. However, cyber attacks and data breaches present serious risks. Governments are implementing regulations to protect consumers, while businesses invest in advanced security measures. The success of the digital economy depends on innovation, transparency, and consumer trust. Globalization has increased the movement of goods, services, and people across borders. Companies now operate internationally, sourcing materials and selling products in multiple markets. While globalization fosters economic growth and cultural exchange, it also creates challenges such as income inequality and environmental degradation. Critics argue that local industries can be damaged by global competition, while supporters emphasize increased innovation and improved opportunities. Balancing these benefits and drawbacks requires thoughtful policies that promote fairness, sustainability, and long-term stability. The role of technology in education has expanded rapidly, offering new tools to enhance learning. Online platforms provide interactive lessons, virtual classrooms, and access to a wide range of resources. Teachers are incorporating multimedia presentations, simulations, and digital assessments to improve engagement. However, the digital divide means that not all students have equal access to devices or reliable internet. Addressing these gaps requires investment in infrastructure, teacher training, and digital literacy programs. A blended approach that combines traditional methods with technology can create a more effective and inclusive learning experience. Tourism is one of the largest industries in the world, providing income, jobs, and cultural exchange. Popular destinations often attract millions of visitors, boosting local businesses and supporting employment. However, over-tourism can cause damage to fragile ecosystems, strain infrastructure, and disrupt community life. Sustainable tourism initiatives promote responsible travel, eco-friendly accommodations, and respect for local traditions. Governments and businesses are working together to create policies that balance economic growth with cultural and environmental preservation. Ensuring long-term success requires both community involvement and tourist awareness. Healthcare systems rely on trained professionals, advanced equipment, and effective management to deliver quality care. Hospitals must provide services ranging from emergency treatment to preventive care. However, rising costs, aging populations, and unequal access create significant challenges. Telemedicine and digital health solutions are emerging as ways to expand access and reduce expenses. Governments are investing in healthcare infrastructure, training programs, and public awareness campaigns. Building a resilient healthcare system is essential for improving life expectancy and ensuring the well-being of communities. The renewable transport sector is gaining attention as countries work to lower carbon emissions. Electric vehicles, hydrogen-powered buses, and hybrid trains are being introduced as alternatives to fossil fuel vehicles. Advances in battery technology are extending driving ranges and reducing charging times. Public investments in charging stations and incentives encourage consumer adoption. However, challenges such as high production costs and limited infrastructure delay adoption. A widespread transition to renewable transport will help reduce pollution, improve air quality, and support a more sustainable future. The global food industry must address rising demand while reducing environmental impact. Innovations such as vertical farming, hydroponics, and lab-grown meat offer sustainable alternatives to traditional agriculture. Consumers are becoming more conscious about nutrition, driving demand for healthier and organic products. However, challenges such as food waste, unequal distribution, and high production costs persist. Governments are implementing policies to reduce waste, improve supply chains, and support sustainable farming. Building a resilient food system is essential to ensure long-term global food security. The entertainment industry continues to evolve with advances in digital platforms. Streaming services, virtual concerts, and online gaming have created new opportunities for content delivery. However, issues such as piracy, copyright violations, and misinformation remain significant challenges. Regulations and international cooperation are needed to protect creators and maintain fairness. At the same time, entertainment has the power to educate, inspire, and foster cultural understanding. Balancing commercial interests with social responsibility is crucial for the industry's continued growth. The environment is under increasing pressure from pollution, deforestation, and climate change. Rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and biodiversity loss are direct consequences of global warming. Scientists stress the urgency of reducing greenhouse gas emissions through renewable energy, conservation, and sustainable development. Public education campaigns encourage eco-friendly practices such as recycling, energy efficiency, and water conservation. Governments must cooperate internationally to create policies that protect ecosystems and ensure a healthy planet for future generations. The digital economy relies heavily on data, innovation, and global connectivity. Businesses use big data analytics to predict trends, personalize services, and improve efficiency. Cloud computing enables companies to scale quickly, while blockchain provides secure and transparent transactions. However, cybersecurity threats and privacy concerns continue to pose significant risks. Governments are creating regulations to ensure consumer protection while encouraging innovation. The success of the digital economy will depend on trust, adaptability, and technological advancement. The role of women in the workforce has grown significantly over the past decades. Increased participation has boosted productivity, innovation, and economic growth. However, challenges such as unequal pay, workplace discrimination, and limited leadership opportunities remain. Governments and organizations are implementing policies to promote equality, including mentorship programs, flexible schedules, and anti-discrimination laws. Encouraging diversity at all levels of employment leads to better decision-making, stronger teamwork, and improved performance. Achieving gender equality is not only a moral imperative but also a driver of long-term prosperity. The global economy depends on trade agreements that encourage the movement of goods, services, and investments. Free trade agreements can open markets, increase efficiency, and lower consumer prices. However, they can also create competition that threatens local industries. International organizations work to resolve disputes and promote fair practices. Protectionist policies, on the other hand, can slow growth and reduce global trade. Achieving a balance between national interests and international cooperation is key to building a stable and resilient global economy. The healthcare industry is adapting to rising demand from aging populations and chronic illnesses. Hospitals are expanding services, investing in new technologies, and hiring more staff. Telemedicine has made it possible for patients to receive consultations from the comfort of their homes. However, challenges such as high costs, unequal access, and shortages of skilled professionals persist. Public health campaigns encourage preventive measures like exercise, balanced diets, and regular checkups. Building a stronger healthcare system requires investment, training, and long-term planning. The digital revolution has changed how companies manage customer relationships. Businesses use data analytics to predict preferences, personalize marketing, and improve services. Social media platforms allow direct interaction, creating opportunities for engagement and loyalty. However, privacy concerns, cybersecurity risks, and growing consumer expectations create challenges. Companies that prioritize transparency, security, and responsiveness often build stronger customer trust. In the digital age, customer experience has become a key driver of business success. The education sector must prepare students for jobs that do not yet exist. Emerging fields such as artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and renewable energy require new skills. Schools and universities are adapting curricula to emphasize problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity. Online courses and virtual classrooms provide opportunities for lifelong learning. However, Unequal access to resources continues to create gaps in educational outcomes. Ensuring inclusive, adaptable, and future-focused education is essential for building resilient and innovative societies. The renewable energy industry is central to efforts to combat climate change. Solar, wind, and hydropower are replacing fossil fuels as cost-effective and sustainable alternatives. Energy storage technologies, such as advanced batteries, are critical for managing variable energy supply. Governments provide subsidies and regulations to promote adoption, while businesses invest in innovative solutions. Public awareness campaigns encourage energy efficiency in homes and communities. A successful energy transition will require cooperation between policymakers, industries, and consumers. The transportation industry supports economic growth by moving goods and people across regions. Railways, airlines, and shipping companies form the backbone of global trade. However, rising fuel prices, congestion, and environmental concerns present ongoing challenges. Governments are investing in high-speed rail, electric vehicles, and smart infrastructure to improve mobility. Technology, such as GPS tracking and automated systems, enhances efficiency and safety. Sustainable transportation is essential for reducing emissions and ensuring long-term development. The role of media in modern society extends beyond entertainment to shaping opinion. Investigative journalism uncovers corruption, raises awareness, and drives reform. However, misinformation, bias, and sensationalism can damage trust and weaken institutions. Social media amplifies both credible reporting and false information, making media literacy a crucial skill. A free, independent, and responsible press remains essential for promoting democracy, accountability, and justice. The retail sector is transforming with the rise of e-commerce and shifting consumer preferences. Online platforms provide convenience, variety, and competitive prices. However, competition is fierce, requiring businesses to focus on customer service, brand identity, and loyalty. Sustainable practices such as reducing packaging waste and adopting green logistics are gaining importance. Retailers are also using artificial intelligence to improve supply chain efficiency and predict demand. The future of retail will depend on innovation, adaptability, and consumer trust. Cultural exchange fosters global understanding by allowing people to share ideas, traditions, and values. International events such as art exhibitions, music festivals, and student exchange programs encourage interaction. These experiences broaden perspectives, reduce prejudice, and promote tolerance. However, cultural exchange also requires sensitivity to differences in language, customs, and beliefs. Governments and organizations support exchange initiatives through scholarships, cultural centers, and bilateral programs. Strengthening cultural exchange contributes to peace, innovation, and long-term cooperation. The digital economy thrives on data, innovation, and global connectivity. E-commerce platforms, online payments, and mobile applications have reshaped consumer behavior. Companies are using artificial intelligence to personalize products, predict trends, and improve efficiency. However, issues such as data privacy, cybercrime, and regulatory challenges create obstacles. Governments must develop laws that encourage innovation while protecting consumers. Building trust, transparency, and resilience will determine the long-term success of the digital economy.